The echo in the canopy, the Congo. A place where the wild reigns supreme. A vast, green tapestry woven from ancient trees and untamed life. Here, the legendary silverbacks rule. But even in this kingdom, there are rules no one dares to break. Until now. Today, in a rare, golden moment, the matriarch leads her family. A silverback watches over a new generation. Among them, a tiny, wide-eyed infant gorilla, a flicker of new hope in a forest of shadows. It's his first journey into the great open, his first glimpse of the world beyond the trees. As the troop emerges into the sun-drenched savanna, a fragile peace settles. But peace can be a lie, a deception. Because sometimes, the sky itself can hold a monster. In a flash of feathered fury, a colossal crowned eagle descends from the heavens. Its talons, razor-sharp, a promise of death. Before the world can even react, the infant is gone. Plucked from his mother's grasp, a silent scream of betrayal from a stolen child. Chaos erupts. The troop becomes a storm of grief and rage. The mother's cries, a sound that rips through the very fabric of the jungle. The father, a mountain of muscle, a force of nature, leaps after the eagle. But it's too late. The shadow shrinks into a dot, carrying with it the future of the family. The wild has been robbed, and it has no one to turn to. The hunter's heart miles away. Ranger Kofi and his team return from a long, sun-scorched patrol. Under the vast, ancient sky, they pause. A moment of quiet, a moment to breathe, a moment that's about to be shattered. Look, up there. Kofi's gaze, sharp and honed by years in the bush, locks onto a struggling shape against the blinding sun. An eagle, yes, but weighed down. It's carrying something. A small body. A baby gorilla. In this moment, Kofi isn't just a ranger. He is a hunter of hope, a guardian of the wild. There is no time for thought, only instinct. This isn't a patrol. It's a rescue mission. And every second is the difference between a future and a memory. The jeep tears across the savanna, a determined streak against the golden canvas. Above, the eagle fights gravity, struggling with its heavy, precious burden. The cub, dangling precariously, barely clinging to life. Kofi raises his rifle, not to kill, but to threaten. A warning. The cracks of the shots slice through the silence of the savanna. A fierce, desperate dance begins. The eagle veers, its powerful wings beating against the weight of a life. The chase is alive, and the stakes are the highest they could be. The price of survival. The eagle is tiring. Its descent is a death spiral. Kofi slams the brakes, grabs a net gun, and makes a silent prayer. One shot, one chance. The net unfurls, a web of hope. It tangles around the eagle mid-flight, a sudden, shocking embrace. The bird screeches, thrashes, and then plummets. Both bodies crash into the shallow river below. A splash of water, a spray of desperation. Kofi is in the water without a second thought. The cold shock means nothing. All that matters is the tiny form tangled in the net, fighting for air, eyes wide with terror. He reaches the cub, pulling the small, fragile body free, cradling it in his arms. It's alive. Barely, a whisper of a heartbeat, but alive. Back at the sanctuary, the drama unfolds. The eagle, now a prisoner, is taken into quarantine. Its magnificent wings, once a symbol of freedom, are now caged. A stark reminder that sometimes, to save one life, you must take another's freedom. The cub fights for its life, drowning in its own tiny lungs. The silence of the hospital room is deafening, punctuated only by the soft, rhythmic beeping of the monitor. To days, the world waits. Every breath, a victory. Every moment, a silent plea. On the third day, the miracle happens. A weak cry, a flicker of life in his eyes. A promise kept. The jungle, it seems, has not lost its soul. The silent promise. Days later, Kofi and his team drive back to the sacred heart of the forest. The cub, wrapped in a blanket, a beacon of second chances, to find the troop. And as Kofi places the cub on the ground, a mother steps forward. Her eyes, filled with a primal mix of fear and longing, lock onto her child. The mother's embrace is a silent symphony of grief and joy. A family reunited. A wound begins to heal. And as Kofi drives away, he knows this was more than a rescue. It was a promise that one act of courage can become an echo that will resonate through the trees, a song of hope that will be heard forever.